Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. We're so glad to have you here. You already know what to do, okay? All right, so go ahead and hit that right now. Let's get these likes up. Let's get this ball back rolling. I know I just haven't been on schedule lately, but I'm back, guys. I'm back, okay? All right, so let's talk about some of the things that's going on today. And there's a lot going on this week. We got big tech earnings. Okay, we got four majors happening. All right, this week, and we have a litany of other things. See how I use that word litany? All right, all right, good people. So look, right now we have about 41 or 39 minutes before closing bell. As I record this, we could see that the Nasdaq is up, Dow is up, S&P is up, and they're up by good numbers. I'll take that. I will say that the Bulls have won today. Go Bulls, go Bulls. All right, what else is happening? Here's what else is happening this week that you need to know about now. The Federal Reserve meeting of 2026 is scheduled to take place this week, and talk over the future of interest rate cuts is expected to tick up again. Now, it's priced in that the Fed will hold interest rates where they are now, all right? The housing market is looking for the Fed to cut, and we want to see if it will lower mortgage rates. We're around 6%. You guys remember it went up to 7%, and the days of 2.4% are gone for a long time. So if you're waiting on 2.4% to buy a house, your kids will be getting it at that price. That's what it looks like right now. So I would not be waiting to buy your dream house. You got to do what's best for you. Okay. So that's one of the things that's happening. Another thing, we're going to get to a stock that I've been talking about. Okay. Shutdown threat looms as Senate Democrat pledge to go back to block funding after Minneapolis shooting. Okay. All right. So here we go with the politics again. I'm not going to talk about that. I will on my other page. I saw what I saw. All right. But let's look at what's going on. The government could shut down again this Friday. Remember, they just kicked the can down the road. So that was pretty much a stay. And now here we are again, and they're going to wait to the last minute so that you and I could pay the price. And I'm talking about both parties, right? Both parties. They're just going to play these games and talk about they're fighting for us. They ain't fighting for you. Okay, one of the things I want to play is something that I did, I talked about last week as we go into this hot stock again. Every time I get ready to move, something else happens. But the same thing happens with two companies that I brought to the family. Okay, so I want you guys to look at this. We see what's going on. We got 1 hour to closing bell. All right, so let's talk about the things that the president talked about. He talked about Oklo is a nuclear play, right? He talked about nuclear in his speech, and he also talked about rare earths as it pertained to Greenland. Again, I'm going to look you in the eye and tell you the truth. America never, ever in the history of America goes to another country and do anything unless we have something to gain, whether it's oil, minerals, rare earth, or military positioning. That's what America does. And again, right behind that statement, I said this is the greatest country in the world. I'd rather not live anywhere else. But I just said we need to keep our eyes on opportunity. And I also said that the president, if you listen, I posted these plays before the president spoke, and I posted them right after he spoke. And I talked about USAR, right? And I also talked about Oklo, OKLO, right? So here we are. Look, it's cooling off now, up 5%, but rare earths USAR, ticker symbol USAR, was up as much as another 20%. But I also said I don't chase the green. So I know some just run to the top. In Money Moves, I posted buy ranges. Okay. And if you're patient, you'll get some of them. Okay. So we don't chase. We already have some that we bought. But after the news, it kind of cools off. All right. So here's one of the things that's happening. Now, this was posted 7 hours ago, okay? This was posted 7 hours ago. So let's keep the time frame straight. USA rare earth shares jumped 20% as Commerce Department take equity stakes. Here's the facts you want to know. The Commerce Department will provide USAR Rare Earths with a $1.3 billion loan and a $277 million in federal funding. You see here, US Rare Earth will issue Commerce 16.1 million shares of common stock and 17.6 million in warrants. These are not the warrants that we're going to be able to get. Remember USARW? We had them, or WT. We made a ton of money off of that, right? We sold them and those expired, okay? The Trump administration has taken stakes in several miners as it builds a Western rare earth supply chain to reduce dependence on China. And you say, how much do we depend on China? Let me show you. China controls the vast majority of the rare earth supply chain, dominating not just mining around 60 to 70%, but especially processing and refining around 90%. So here's the breakdown right here. Mining accounts for approximately 60 to 70% of global rare earth mine production. Processing and refining holds around 90% of the world's capacity, a crucial bottleneck due to, what's this, environmental and technical challenges, okay? So this is what's happened. Right here we can see here, heavy rare earths control nearly 100%. Magnetic manufacturing procedures about 90%. Look at that. Produces, about 94% of the powerful magnets. This is what we need, good people. We need these. We need them for just about everything. America cannot run without these rare earths, okay? But we let it happen. We position ourselves to let it happen. We're not going to get into that. So what's happening with it right now, it pumped up in the pre-markets. This is Larry Jones, traffic trader right here. If you want it, come join us in Money Moves, all right? And so these were some levels that I had marked out this morning, okay? These are levels I had marked out this morning. So let's see what's going on. Let me move these over. I want you guys to see this, okay? And for those of you that want to do options, if you could drive, you could trade options. That's what this indicator does, okay? So let's just look at what's happening in the near term. So let's go back to the 10-minute. Let's move these up closer since we are getting close to close, okay? And we could see that long term we have some levels, and short term we have some levels, okay? So I'm going to keep that right there. I'm going to do that right there. Do that right there. So now we could see that we are selling off, coming to close. Now we have about 38 minutes to close as I film this. We could see my traffic indicator is telling us here, it says ready to sell, ready to buy. Green is ready to buy. This is ready to sell. We reached, look at that. We dipped down. We reached my level. Boom. We tried to come back on the 5-minute, and then we printed a yellow light. Let me just stretch that out. We printed a yellow light and then red light, and it told you at about 29.34 we were going red, and now we're at 26.48. See that? So you would have made money doing a put on a scalp trade. So that's what's happening with USAR right now, cooling off. But it does this. This is the nature of USAR and Oklo. That's why we don't chase. I do see that eventually we'll get back up to the 32-36 range. Okay, these are some levels that I believe we will be getting back to. All right, so and then we have 35.39, 38.69, 42.98 for those of you that are doing options. Okay. All right, good people. That's what I wanted to talk about. Keep your eye on USAR and Oklo. I gave levels in money moves on Oklo, OKLO, and we're going to be patient and let it come to that range. Could be at that range right now, but I just want to check, and we want to be careful not to FOMO, but to be ready. Now, if you didn't look at yesterday's video, I pointing out ETFs that we're going to buy. And so I am not in fear whether the Fed does a stay, a cut, or a raise on Wednesday. I'm looking for opportunity. And if the government does shut down financially, I'm not worried. I'm looking for opportunity because we've been saving what? Dry powder. Okay? And we've been accumulating and we are ready, anxiously awaiting for the next pullback because we are here to make money. Okay? We have to strategize, good people. This is not tic-tac-toe. This is chess. And you have to think. Okay? So I'm just here to help you guys. Again, come join us in Money Moves. It will be the top link below in the description, and we will see you Wednesday. Okay, I may do one Tuesday, but I'm mainly going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. So I may do one from the car, a short one. But I'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.